Hi everyone, Tenno Ranger here, today with another video of family members as warframe, or if my family members were Tennos, what warframes their Tennos would have. In this very particular case, Tenno Ranger himself would have his very own warframe, and what warframe I would choose if me and my family were all Tenno. For me, I would pick Rhino. So the Rhino in question today is none other than Jade Rhino. Just looks incredible. I really like the idea of having an Xbox themed warframe. It's right there up the alley with Excalibur Jade skin. Now keep in mind, both Rhino and Excalibur have their very own Jade skin specifically. Now the Grakatas, the Dexaphurus, Parasis, and the Dexdakra all have their very own Jade skin. Oh, and as well as a Tonkor. The Tonkor has its own Jade skin. Now, the reason I chose Rhino as mine is, on top of it being a Jade skin, I just love the color green, and it goes very complements it, I'd say, very well. A lot of the weapons that I like the heavy weapons. I like the Tonkor is one of my favorite weapons. When it comes to explosive primaries, yeah, the Tonkor is right up there. Enjoy the playstyle for Rhino. Gives himself overguard, rushing into enemies, the equivalent of Rhino from TNA. If you ever watch wrestling, you know he does really good. So the reason I chose Rhino with the dual wielding Grakatas as his secondary and the Tonkor as his primary is because, yes, it makes sense to have 3 Grakatas on you, but since he is the beefier, heavier, stronger warframe between Excalibur and Rhino, it makes sense to give him the heavier duty type style loadout. So yeah, everyone knows he can pick up 1 Grakata, but dual wielding in each hand 2 Grakatas, while Excalibur holds it up as a primary, should speak volumes on how just the very fine details of Rhino's strength. Now, I know all warframes can hold dual wield big weapons and secondaries, the ones that are out, doesn't matter, anyone can do it, but just visually it gives off that look that Rhino is that much stronger than most of the other warframes. To me, I see Rhino as being as strong as Atlas, as being as strong as, well, if I have to say tankiest, strongest types of warframes, then I would have to compare Rhino up there with Hildren for her shield tanking, Trinity because she can tank. Atlas is just a beast. He's a one punch man if you really think about it. Valkyr's she's a beast with her Hysteria, her old Hysteria. This one, the new one, it's good, but it doesn't beat the old one. That's my opinion, and that's how I'm saying it. But yes, Rhino. Rhino can definitely tank. Rhino is a tank. Now, the perfect synergized team that I would put together would be Xbox Steve as crowd control, Rhino as a tank, Excalibur as a DPS, and Technoside Ash as a little bit of everything, honestly. Great for support, great to help put all the other teammates invisible. Now that team to me would melt and cook away any mission that they get put up against. Survival, defense, exterminate, you name it. Now I do wish that DE, Digital Extremes, the devs could do something about the Captura, that they have all this fashion, all this detail, all these skins and weapons and artwork and designs, and I think they're lacking in the capture department, because they would, all these emotes and everything they have to pose and take pictures with, the fact that they even have a photo mode for the game, they could do so much more with it, and it'd be so much more exciting to actually be able to utilize Captura in a more efficient manner. Like getting 1 Tenno for however many warframes you want to put on a tile set. That would be great. I would enjoy that. Now, to me, it's cool doing a little story within the stories where I would have these 4 warframes on one team in one mission doing absolute mayhem on enemies. I could already see Xbox Steve pulling in all the enemies with his Bastille ability, put him in that warp vacuum hole that he makes. Rhino running through that vortex ball of enemies, being able to use roar to amplify everyone else's strength and weapons. Also, while charging through that rolling vacuum ball of enemies, he would get immense overguard depending on how many enemies would be in that ball. And on top of that, Ash would provide invisibility with his ability, Smoke Shadow. And Excalibur would just be a much more powerful DPS, with Rhino providing roar and Ash providing invisibility, and Vaban bringing all the enemies in one spot. Which, like I said, that would be one of the best teams to have. And I might even do a little art concept of doing something like that with all the warframe, that team setup. Now, if there was any way that DE could upgrade or overhaul their entire Captura system to where you can add multiple warframes within one Captura scene at a time, even Tenno, that would be amazing. Even if you could do duplicates in multiple versions of your Tenno, your operator, your drifter, if you can place them in certain poses, action poses, emote poses. Not necessarily having to do videos, but if you could do a still frame diorama of something like that, that would be awesome. That would be legit. I would enjoy using that capture, that part of the game, much more often if I could do something like that. In something. Now, what was it? Oh, right. It was the intro, the entrance video, the music video, the little display for Rhino himself. Now, without further ado, well, I guess that was my fault for not giving them an intro fast enough. But yes, every Rhino should have their own wrestling intro entrance into the introduction. So, yes, this is Rhino, Jade Skin Rhino. So I would refer to him as me being the Tenno Ranger, giving him the name of Jade Berserker, because he just goes nuts. He's crazy. If you guys understood or delved into the lore of Rhino and how he was created, he's described as a beast for the most part. As you can see, I have another Jade skin set up for one of my pets. And just like Excalibur, who has a Jade skin for that Kubro, this Kubro also has a Jade skin. I just want to say it's two different setups of Jade skins on there. Now, it is still pretty interesting. It's fun. It's cool. It looks great. To be honest, just like the Excalibur, this one, I'm still working on modding and upgrading and maxing out my melee, the Parasis. It's a really great weapon. It's a good heavy weapon. But I still need a lot of work on adding a couple more polarities, as well as the secondary and primary. Well, actually, the tone core, I actually have it built up decent. It's not, I wouldn't necessarily say it's steel path viable, but it does quite a bit of damage compared to most of the other weapons that I have for Jade Excalibur and Jade Rhino setup. It's still fun to use, especially when you go into the steel path, relic farming, a lot of the buffs that you get from other teammates, even without having a fully modded out kit loadout for any of the weapons that I have on them. It's still able to hang with a lot of the other players in the game. Whenever you do any missions with other teammates, they help you out quite a bit. So that's what's cool about Warframe. You don't have to have a min-max build or setup. You can just go in there with a couple of weapons, slap a couple of mods on there, and as long as you have a decent Warframe, then your weapons shouldn't do too bad. Your abilities can carry you through Steel Path. But yeah, this was it. This was my Rhino, Jade Skin Rhino. I hope you all enjoyed it. Like and subscribe for more. Tenno Ranger out.